Hello everyone, welcome to Education Lecture. In this video, I'll be teaching you the remaining concepts of Chapter 2 and I'll be telling you the important question answers and their corresponding marks. So if you are new to my channel, then subscribe my channel to get further new updates. So the question is, explain the nature of principles of management. So they have asked nature of principles of management. Please don't get confused with principles of management and nature of principles of management. So if you understand it thoroughly, you can remember it easily. So this question is very important and it is for 8 marks. Sometimes they may ask you for 4 marks. If they ask for 4 marks, I think there is around, there are 7 points. I think you can see, 7 points. If they ask for 4 marks, then write any 4, whichever is easy to you. So here there are totally 7 points, and as I told in my previous videos, for 8 marks you have to write an introduction. So you have to write like this, only introduction, and write an introduction to it. Then you have to start your point and their explanations. So yes, I'll start. For 4 marks, for 4 marks, need not write an introduction, okay? Introduction. Principles are the statements of fundamental truths about some phenomena that provide guidelines for decision making. These principles helps the managers to manage enterprise, that is business organization, economically, effectively, efficiently. So as I told, whichever lines I have underlined are very important. Those are like a key words or sentences which will highlight the answer. So here they are saying principles are the fundamental truths. So these principles cannot be changed. Means you would have seen in your science subjects and all, we have many principles like that only, those cannot be changed. Like that only in business also, those are like a fundamental truths. Okay, so those cannot be changed. That principles tells us about some phenomena, means that provide us guidelines for decision making. These principles will help us in taking decisions in our business. When we are doing a business, these principles will give us guidelines, will help us to take decisions. So these principles helps the managers to manage their enterprise, that is business organization, economically, effectively and efficiently. So these principles will help a business to run easily. So next we have features or nature. So as I told, don't get confused. Characteristics, features, and another is nature. So these 3 are same. Don't get confused. So if they ask you features of principles of management, or if they ask characteristics of principles of management, often they ask features or nature of principles of management. So don't get confused suddenly, because in a hurry, I think many will get some in a hurry, right? It is common. I think it is common that everyone will be in a hurry, and suddenly when they see a question, what this question I have not read this concept. So I am saying now only, so that you will just get you'll get practice with it. Okay, so next, first point is universal applicability. So as I told, if you know the points thoroughly, it's more than enough. Then after you know the explanation and understand it thoroughly, then if you remember only this points is more than enough. As soon as you write this point, I know the meaning, so you can write like that. So first one is universal applicability. Principles of management are applicable to all types of organizations, small as well as big, public sector as well as private sector, manufacturing as well as service sector. So these principles of management are applicable to all types, means all over the world. That is universally, these principles are followed when an organization is running. If you have kept a small shop of a stationery shop, a small shop, or you are keeping a big shop of stationery, or manufacturing of stationery products, or a servicing of any machines. So these whichever organization, any kind, these principles are followed. Next is flexible. So the principles of management are not rigid, means they are not stable, means they will not be a constant that this is the principle, every year this only will be followed. No, according to the situations it will be changed. according to the situation, if it is necessary, we need very importantly, we have to change the principle, then they will change it. So they are flexible and can be modified by the managers according to the situation. As I told, according to the situations, the principles will be changed. So totally in short, I have to say, means this answer is telling about what are the importance of means what are the procedures which are important to do in a business. Okay. Next is general guidelines. Principles of management provides advisory role in solving problems. So these principles are followed everywhere, right? So sometimes some of the principles will be followed as an advisory role, means that will help us to do work properly. Next is found by practice and experimentation. The principles of management are found by experience and collective opinions of manager. So experience and opinions of manager. So these are highlighted. So some of the principles, like how it will formed means many managers in a company will be working for several years, right? For example, if they are working for several years, they will have a lot of experience that yes, these problems have occurred in our an organization, we know how to solve it. So according to their experience, and we will take their opinion. If suddenly the same problem is occurring now, then we'll ask them, so sir or madam, we are occurring so and so problem, how can it be solved? General guidelines, I will say you once again what is the meaning. I felt like I not satisfied with what I have told, so I will say it once again. So principles of management provides advisory role in solving problems. For example, if you are doing any work, you need any help, you will ask your parents, right, to advise something. For mother or father, I am going to do so and so work, will you advise me so that it will just improve my plan, what I am going to do, so what a project I am going to do. So that is an advice, and you will get still an extra idea. Okay, I can do like this also. So same like that only even business also is. So if someone principles are like same like your parents only, when like they are advising us. But what it is in a written form, your parents are saying in a oral form. Don't write this example. Okay, it's just what I am saying you so that you will understand it properly. Okay, so it will advise us. So this is the experience of manager. According to that, they are solving the problems which are occurring in an organization. Next is fifth one, mainly behavioral nature. Principles of management helps to understand the relationship between human and material resource in achieving organizational goals. So many companies would have seen that they will be just threatening the employees who are working, that like they are only machines. Every work they'll give in a hurry, that you have to do this, you have to do. They won't see that they are humans. They have to have a rest interval. They have to take a break. They have to do this limited work only for today. So someone see that. So only they are saying these principles of management will help those people that they should understand, yes, human and materials are different. We have to make in a common, equal manner. That is the relation between human and material resources. So many will be working in a material, that is, if you are in a textile factory, they will be working with the materials, and human means in a computer. So these two are two different works, but still they have to be in an equal format. They have to give a so both should have a equal relationship. So these only, when we are maintaining an obedience and without an enemies and any legal fight, instead of that, if you go casually, oh okay, so problem, I'm very sorry, if you solve there only, these only will help the organization to achieve the goals. Next is contingent means dependent. You may get confused. You have underlined here also, you have underlined here also. Means I highlighted the points. The main points are these. In that explanation, there will be key points, right? So those I have underlined. As you can see, right, in a para I have underlined one. So contingent is dependent. So management principles are not absolute. Absolute, as I told in my previous video, this is an MCQ question. They may ask you for 1 mark. Management principles are not options they will give or a fill up they will give. So it is not absolute. So these can be changed as per the requirements. So as per the requirements, the principle can be changed. It is same like the second point, that is flexible. So according to the situation, they can be changed. So according to the situation, they can be changed again. If means I have told the meaning is same, but it doesn't mean that you have to write the same meaning for both also. Slightly it differs, because if you write different, if you write same, no, they won't give. But if you have an idea of writing on your own, then okay. I am not saying you have to mug up and write the same answer. Next, cause and effect relationship. Principles of management can be used in similar situation in large number of cases. So these principles can be used in other cases also which are related to business. So if a big organization, they will follow correctly the principles, but in a small shops, or they don't know appropriately what are the principles correctly, they don't know. So some of the advisors may come and advise them, so see, these are the principles you have to follow. And or in a big organization where they are not following, so there and all, if any problem is there, these principles can be followed. Large number of cases, many cases which are related to business. Next is I hope you can see. As you can see, I have written it as a 2-mark question. So give the meaning of mental revolution. It refers to change in the attitude of workers and management towards one another from competition to cooperation. Both should realize that they required one another. So there should be a relationship between the worker and the management. That means the manager and the worker. If this is a manager and this is the worker, as you know, right, manager will be little higher post than a worker. So a manager will always give order. It doesn't mean that he will be always showing his attitude and he will be showing in his great position. I am in a great position, why I have to give these employees close relation with me. You should not be like that. Both should be equal. They should be in a friendly manner. It doesn't mean that you have to always show your attitude towards them. So they should have a they should have a relation, that is a friendly relation. So they are saying one another from competition. So instead of fighting, they have to cooperate with. They have to be in touch. Means share what are the things which are related to the work they are doing. So both should realize that they require one another. So without a worker, a manager cannot live, because of the workers only, whatever job they are doing, they surrender to the manager. Manager gives them to the owner. That time only, no, manager also will get work. If manager is not there, employees cannot work, because without an order given by a higher post person, they can't do work. So both require each another. So it is very easy only. So next is techniques of scientific management. Techniques of scientific management. Here also this may be asked for 8 or 4 marks. Mostly they ask for 4 marks, but still standard techniques of scientific management. Under that, standardization and simplification of work. So standardization refers to the process of setting standards for every business activity. Example, standardization of raw materials, standardization of working condition. Standardization means they are setting a standard for every business activity. Means now wherever you go and purchase anything, you will have a standard, right? Oh, this product is nice, the quality is nice. So like that only when a business organization will have, whenever they are purchasing raw material, they will see a standard. Oh, this standard goods are very better for whatever products they are producing. So they see standards. So setting standards for every business activity. So according to the products which they are producing in their organization, according to that they see standard of working condition. If outsider sees a company, ABC company for example, he sees, oh, this company is very standard, so nice they work. The working condition also, they give rest intervals for employees, they take good care of them. So like that. Next is, please do not write whatever example I have told. Here what is given, you can write that if you wish. So B is simplification. It refers to eliminating unnecessary diversity of products. It results in saving of cost of labor, machines and tools. In short, if I have to say is now in your home, for example, in your house, right, all of your parents may be advising you that when you want a product, means if you want anything, when you wish to have with you, that time you will ask your parents, can you purchase me this, and they will search and see whether this product is very useful to you or it is an unnecessary product to you. So according to the necessity only they purchase and give, and they see to that our money is not wasting or time is not wasting and you are not getting an unnecessary product. So your parents see to it that all you get the only necessary ones and which is helpful for you. So like that only, even a business, instead of wasting money in unnecessary products, means if they are purchasing a machinery which can produce in a day 1,000 clothes or products, anything, then why they should buy another? If they are having one machine, it's more than enough, right? It is producing 1,000 products in a day. Then if they purchase unnecessarily another product which produces only 500, it is a waste of time, and laborers are working on it, machines are waste, tools are waste, and the cost which is spent is also waste. So according to that, only necessary ones we have to take. Next is method study. These see, as you can see, only 2 lines are there. According to my handwriting, it is 2 lines. So they will ask for 1 mark. So each one they may ask for 1 mark, and as I told in my previous videos, if they ask for 2 marks and you know only this answer, you know standardization, and you think that you are not satisfied your answer, you have to write example. And of course, for 2 marks, if you feel that only this much is given answer, you have studied only this much, and if you write this much, you will think that I will get only 1 mark. Yes, you will get only 1 mark if you have an idea of writing an example, or you remember yourself. As I told, I will be telling the examples related to only with business. So those also you can write. Okay, if you write that example also, for that you will get 1 mark. So there you get 2 marks. So suddenly in a hurry, when you see a question, a 1 mark question given in 2 marks, you will get confused. I had studied this in only 1 mark, right? Why it has given for 2 marks? So don't get worried with it. Don't get tensed. Write an example to it. That's it. Okay, so method study refers to find out one best way of doing this job. So in business, there are many ways to do this job. They can do the job by more of laborers and less of machines, or more of machines, less of laborers. So which is best, which the company can adopt, which an organization can adopt and invest their funds. They will see their best way, which is suitable for them. Okay. So next is under that method study, there is a objective. So this also they ask for 1 mark. Okay, so objective is intention or aim. What is the intention or aim of method study is to minimize the cost of production, maximize the quality, satisfaction of customers. So when you will see, as I had given an example in my previous video, that is a ice cream example. If the ice cream is for 10 rupees, so it is minimum cost. And maximum of quality is what? For ice cream, you are getting 3 scoops. So for 10 rupees, imagine, I know it won't come. So you are getting 3 scoops. So it is minimum. In a less cost, you are getting 3 scoops. And it is a maximum quality for you. Quantity and quality both are equal and both is maximum. And you are satisfied with it. So same only, to minimize the cost of production, maximize the quality, satisfaction of customers. So even the business sees to that only, they produce more, but the cost they invest should be less, and they produce more, right? So that is maximum. In quality also, quantity also they produce more. Then we customers are satisfied, right? Oh, we get a product so cheaply. That's it. They give for sales or anything. Next is time study. It determines the standard time taken to perform a well-defined job. Means they're saying that according to a job, if you think for example, in your exams, right, they'll give you a maximum 3 hours 15 minutes. Maximum, this is only your time, your proper time which is given in your exams. And you also know. So even the teachers know that yes, this for writing this 100 marks question paper, this much time is more than enough to complete by all these students. So they see to that. So they see the standard time taken to perform. So they don't see only one student, they see all commonly students group. Okay, every students are able to complete their work at this much time. So according to that they do. Even same it is in business also. For example, in a company, you might have seen all your parents who are going to job, they go at morning 8 or 9, then they come at evening 5, 6 or 7. Okay, for example, so that is a standard time they have fixed by the company. You have to work only for this much. More than that, some companies will not allow, or some of the employees will say, sir, we have to go to our home so and so time. So by the government only, some companies are restricted that you have to live. So like that, in a government offices you might have seen, right, many of the employees come at the correct time. Okay, for example only. So under that, objective of time study is to determine the number of workers to be employed, to determine labor cost, to frame incentive, that is extra benefit schemes. So the organization will decide that how many workers should work in this, how many workers should be employed, that is how many workers should be joined in a company, how many should be there in this group or a section, then or a department. Then they determine labor cost. Then the organization will think each employee how much should he be paid, a salary or a wage. Then they frame incentive, extra benefit schemes, that is bonus. So they see that whether this employee is capable of getting a bonus, what he has done. So they see to that and all. Next is motion study. So it refers to the study of movements. So in a single one word only it has got over. So objective of motion study is to eliminate unnecessary movement. So you might have seen in many companies that many of the employees would not be able to sit in a place for a long time. I know many employees can't because they are doing a lot of work, right? So they will be tired, but they can't sit. But some of the supervisors who are very strict, right, they see to that you have to sit and work for so and so hours. Why are you going unnecessary movements, or why are you doing this unnecessary thing now? So they see to that also. Next is fatigue study. It refers to determine the amount and frequency of rest intervals in completing the task. So as I told, right, they will see that the employees are getting a rest interval. You might have seen in many companies giving a tea break, a lunch break, then an evening again. Some companies, if they have, I don't know, a tea break again if they are too tired or working too long. So those are the rest intervals, and they see that the organization sees that okay, we give a tea break and a lunch break, whether it is enough to complete all the tasks given in a day by these employees. Next is objective of fatigue studies to avoid bad working condition to provide good performance. So many employees will be tired, right, of working the whole day. So to avoid those, they should not get overtired, overly stressed. So for them rest. Then next is good performance. So if they get rest early, right, they will be able to do their further work. Same with you people also. When you are studying for exam, you have to sleep well, eat well, then you have to take nice rest. Then only whatever you are studying will just go into your mind and it will be restored in your mind. So like that only it will give you a good performance. Same like that only. Next is differential piece-wage system. It refers to the payment of wages depending upon the number of units produced by the workers. F.W. Taylor wanted to differentiate efficient and inefficient workers. He wanted to reward efficient workers. So he introduced differential piece-wage system. So here they are saying according to the products. See, if you are producing, if you are an employee and you are producing in a day 20 for maximum 15 products, you think, so 15 products you are producing. So in a day, if you are producing 15 products, according to that you will be paid wages. As I told, wages are the money which is paid on a daily basis. So they pay you money. If you are producing an extra tomorrow, for example, you are just producing 16 products, they pay you little extra. So FW Taylor wanted to differentiate efficient and inefficient workers. Efficient means those who are capable to do, inefficient means those who are not capable to do the work. He wanted to reward efficient workers, so he introduced piece-based system. In my previous video, I had taught you what is piece-based system. Number of units produced by a worker, he is rewarded according to it. So FW Taylor wanted to differentiate, and he wanted to give only the workers who are capable of doing the job or the task assigned to them. Next is explain the significance. Significance, importance, both are same. Significance or importance of principles of management, and this is very important 8 marks question, or they may ask for 4 marks also. So optimum utilization of resources. The resources should be put to use in such a manner that they should give maximum benefit with minimum cost. So they will see that now if they are purchasing, again for example the same example, if a machine is producing 1000 products in a day, so it is a benefit to them. So it is a maximum benefit, and the cost of the machine is also less. So they see, the organization sees that whether the resource is giving us a maximum benefit and with minimum cost. Then meeting changing environment requirement. Principles of management are the general guidelines, but they can be modified, changed, and help the managers to meet changing requirements of the environment. Again, according to the environmental changes, that is the according to the business environment, if there is any changes or the necessarily we have to change the principle, then according to the situation they change it. Next is scientific decision. Decision must be based on facts. Principles of management helps the managers in taking right decision. So here they are saying decision must be based on facts. So according to the situation, they see to that the decision is correct and will it give a profit. According to that only they decide. And the principles. So the principles of management will help the managers to take a right decision. Then fulfilling social responsibility. Principles of management involve care for environment, value to the customer, that is giving importance to the customer. So these principles helps to care for environment. You might have seen many products like eco-friendly products or environmentally free products, and value to the giving importance to the customer. They see to that the customers use the environment eco-friendly products. So you might have seen only 4 points. This will come for 8 marks. Need not worry. Sometimes they may combine 2 questions and answer. Here also see, explain the nature of principles of management. Then here the question is, explain the significance or importance of principles of management. So if they ask like this, in this question, principles of nature of principles of management, there are 7 points, right? So if you write introduction and write any 4, then next this one in the write the 4 points whichever is given. That is only for if they ask both nature and significance of principles of management, then only you have to combine the points and write. It doesn't mean that you have to merge up everything and write. Separately you have to write that, and separately next you have to write, after writing nature principles of management, next you have to write, leave a line and write neatly significance of principles of management. So there is enough space, and I would like to say that you will be having for a board exam answer booklet. Booklet will be having 14 pages. 14 not, I'm very sorry, 40 pages. So in that one, the first sheet will be your introduction, that is your name, hall ticket number, subject, code, everything. So after that, remaining pages you can write, and is more than enough to write your all your subjects. So okay, next is difference between unity of command and unity of direction. So this is for 2 marks. So the meaning is, one subordinate should receive orders and should be responsible to one superior. So here unity of direction, each group of activities having same objective must have one head and one plan. So I know some may understand, some may not understand, because in my previous video I had, in short, in 3 lines I had taught you what is unity of command. One boss for every individual employee, and unity of direction, one boss for a group. Each group is led by one individual only. So you can write that also. it is your wish. You can write any answer which is related to this question. So again, there is if you are an employee, you will have a separate boss. If your friend or a classmate is an employee, he or she will have a separate boss. It's like that, separate. So each individual have a separate boss. But in unity of direction, if your classmates, they are divided into groups A, B, C. So A group will have one boss, that is one leader. B group will have one leader. Next is implication. It affects an individual employee, it affects the entire organization. So here it will affect an individual employee because one boss, right, he will be just giving, ordering works. You have to do this work, you have to submit this, this, everything he'll be saying to the one employee only, and this boss is also one only. Here it affects the entire organization because it is a group. So the boss will be saying the group that you have to do, so why are you doing that this work, why are you doing it wrong? Okay, next is, this is for 2 marks, and the 1 mark question answers. Yeah, which management principles of FIOL advocates that there should be only one boss for every individual employee? Unity of command. So these are 1 mark question answers. They will ask you, so one boss for every individual employee. That is unity of command. So sometimes you may not be getting answer right. So if your luck is there, in your 1 mark or any MCQs, there may be answer, but they don't give like that. But still, I won't say you have to believe on your question paper where you will get any hints. Sometimes you may get, sometimes it is based on a luck. So it is unity of command. Then what is scalar chain? You may be imagining, what is this 1 mark? No, this is 2 marks. 2 marks question. Then organization should have a chain of authority and communication from top to bottom. Top to bottom is a keyword. I forgot to underline top to bottom, and should be followed by managers and subordinates. You can underline managers and subordinates also. The formal lines of authority from highest to the lowest. This also you have to underline. Highest to the lowest ranks are known as scalar chain. So they are saying that there should be authority and there should be a communication. There should be a cooperation between the top level, that may be a board of directors, vice president, till your bottom, that is your lower level, operation level, that is your employees or workers. So they should communicate. They should not be in a fight like, oh, your boss, he's boss, I can't go and talk. Then boss will say, yeah, he's an employee, why I should talk to him, or I should give something. So there will be in few companies, it may be there, I don't know. For example, I'm saying, so if it is there like that, they are saying that there should be a relation between them. There is a friendly relation between. There should be followed by the managers and subordinates. So even a manager and then subordinate is an employee should have a friendly relation. So in short, they have to say formal lines of authority from the highest to the lowest ranks are known as scalar chain. Authority should be from the highest to the lowest rank. So what is gangplank? This is also a 2 mark question which comes under scalar chain. So gangplank is a shorter. It doesn't mean that after you write scalar chain you have to write this. If they ask in a big answer, that is the 8 mark question answer, then you can write, if you have time to write note on. So gangplank is a shorter route in a scalar chain which allows employees at the same level to communicate with each other directly. Gangplank is used in the case of emergency. For example, if I am working in a production department and you are working under a sales department, you may be thinking that, she is giving all time the same example. Because the same example will write, you will also get habit. This example, I remember. She said so. You said so and so. You will feel like that. So okay, I am working in a production department, you are working in a sales department. These 2 departments are not allowed to communicate, but in this gangplank, they are allowed to communicate. That also, if I am in a top level management and you are also in a top level management, we can communicate. If I am in a top level, if I am in a lower level and you are in a top level, then I can't come and communicate with you saying, sir or madam, I have to do so and so work. I can't communicate. That is not allowed. But in gangplank, if I am in a middle level and you are also in a middle level, then we both are allowed to communicate. But that also the permission is allowed in case of emergency. If any emergency that we have to go and communicate, it is very emergency work, we have to tell them, that time you can communicate. So this is an keyword, in case of emergency. Who is known as father of general management? Henry Fayol. In my previous video I had taught you the concepts of Henry Fayol and F.W. Taylor. I'm very sorry, F.W. Taylor. Okay, so he is known as father of general management, Henry Fayol. Who is known as father of scientific management is F.W. Taylor. So don't get confused with it. Next is state any two features or principles of management. So you can write any features if they ask for 1 mark. If they ask for 2 marks, any feature or nature, whichever is easy for you to explain, whichever you have understood properly, you can just attend and write it. So, and of course you will be having a choice while writing in your mains and all. Universal applicability, flexible. Okay, next is state any two principles of scientific management. Science not rule of thumb, harmony not discord, or cooperation not individualism, or development of each and every individual to his greatest efficiency and prosperity. Okay, those you can any point. State any two principles of management contributed by Henry Fayol. So this is an principle of F.W. Taylor, right? So these are the principles contributed by Henry Fayol. Vision of work, authority and responsibility. Then write the meaning of principles or principle of order. So you will get suddenly confused. What order? Principles of order. So this question we had studied in our previous video. Under principles of Henry Fayol, see, under principles of Henry Fayol, here we have studied, see, order. People and materials must be in suitable places at appropriate time for maximum efficiency. Same answer only, don't get confused when suddenly a question is given in a different manner. And if you have understood thoroughly all the concepts, then you are ready for the question answers, whichever format if it is asked. If they are asked like this also, if they asked Henry Fayol, explain Henry Fayol principle of order. If they ask like that, so ready because you have understood the concept. So people and materials must be in suitable places to appropriate time of maximum efficiency. So as I told, if an employee is working a whole day, he'll feel tired. We know that, but still he have to get some interval, right? So few employees will just wake up from their seat from where they are working and just roam here and there. When their seniors see, right, they will just scold. Or the supervisors, whoever comes suddenly to just investigate their company, that time they will say, why this employee is going here and there. So that bad name should not come. So at the appropriate time, we should be in the correct place. Next is give the meaning of responsibility, obligation to perform an assigned task. Means we employees should be responsible to the task performed. That is a task given by the manager. We have to perform it properly. So next is give the meaning of principles of management. Principles are the statements of fundamental truth that provide guidelines for decision making. So now only, right, I had taught you principles of management. Under that the introduction was little huge. So see, in this answer we have studied, right, the first answer of this video. See, nature of principles of management. The introduction principles are the fundamental truths. So if they ask for 2 marks, write this one. If they ask for 1 mark, write this point. Okay, so principles are the statements of fundamental truth that provide guidelines for decision making. So the principles are used in a business so that they provide the correct decision to be followed in a business for a correct period of time. Okay, so those are like phenomena and provides guidelines for the business for decision making. So almost everything is over. Every concept I have covered in this chapter. So you have understood or didn't understand anything, or you have any problem with my teaching, you can just comment in the comment box, which will help me to encourage to do my further more videos. So like, share, comment and subscribe to my channel to get further new updates. Thank you.